evening everyone, Isaac Anderson here at the Cooking Dojo. Tonight we will be covering arguably one of the most iconic Zelda games ever created, The Legend of Zelda: The Ocarina of Time.
Wait just a minute there, Isaac. You aren't representing this one without me. I love The Legend of Zelda.
Jay, perfect timing. I was actually just about to challenge you to see if you could come up with an entree for each temple in The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Sounds good, and you know I never back away from a challenge, so I accept your challenge. Let's do this.
Good. My plan worked. Hopefully this will train him a little bit and make him take things a little more seriously.
Alright, forest entree. Isaac, you sure know how to pick the location. So, let's go ahead and begin with the forest temple. Alright, so for the forest temple, what we are going to do, because like hunting and fishing is a big sport that goes on in the forest, I picked something with a game flavor. So like right here we have a turkey leg, and what I have it sitting in right now, because this is also going to be the sauce later, I've got some apple juice in there, and then a bay leaf to bring out some of the flavor. I've also seasoned it with salt, pepper, thyme, and rosemary. Dried or fresh it's up to you. It's all a matter of preference. I used fresh thyme because that's my favorite herb to use, and rosemary I used dried because that's what was available at the time. And carrots, I thought it'd be nice, you know, to kind of bring out the green of the forest, and it's a root vegetable. A lot of root vegetables are in the woods. And then I have some white potatoes. You can use any kind of potato you want. I just prefer the flavor of the white potatoes. So first things first, we will go ahead and put our turkey leg in the oven. I've got this at 350, but this is a convection oven. If you have a non-convection oven, you'll probably want to do it at about 400. Either way, your finished product should be at 160 degrees. So we'll just set that in there for about 15 minutes. And the second thing that's going to take you the longest is the potatoes, so we will go ahead and start boiling them. Also, if I haven't said it in my previous videos, you don't want to make them like small dice, but you know, if you cut them smaller, like into wedges like I did here, then you can really cut your time in half, as opposed to, you know, putting them in their whole. And we are going to leave the skin on. It is perfectly fine. It'll taste great, and it'll also leave some of those nutrients in. This is the turkey at 160 degrees. I spent about 28 minutes cooking it. I mean, if you're not sure, because you know it'll be different each time more than likely depending on your oven. I also did turn it up to about 400 just to speed up the process, but you know, just keep checking it. If you don't have a thermometer, you know, you can always cut into it too, make sure there's no pink in there. Our turkey's ready to go. So for our carrots, we're going to boil them. What I have here is I just have some water, and I put some brown sugar and some salt in here. It's perfectly fine to taste it, make sure it's not too salty or not too sweet. And we're just going to go ahead and boil these carrots. I am going to assume these will probably take about 5 minutes to cook. When they're just like the potatoes, which are still cooking, once they're fork tender, they are ready to eat. So as you can tell, the potatoes are nice and tender. So you're going to go ahead and add a little milk. Now just add a little bit at a time, because you know you can't really take this away once it's in there. Alright, we're going to add some butter. I got about, I would say that's about 1.5 tablespoons right there. Now, seasoning. I prefer white pepper, because you know you won't see it quite as well, but that's okay, it still works. Salt, you know, to taste, just use your best judgment. And then just mix this as best as you can. Final product, we have our sauce ready to go. What I did was I saved the drippings from the turkey, so we got that combination of the apple juice and you know, the drippings from the turkey. So what we're going to do now that it's hot, we're going to add some roux. Just add a little bit at a time. If it gets too thick, you know, just add like some water, or actually even better, add some more apple juice. And you just want to get it thick. For something like this amount, I would probably even just do like a teaspoon of roux at a time. I probably added a little too much. That's okay. We can mix it all together, make it work. We got our mashed potatoes in the center of the plate. I just took 2 sprigs of thyme. You know, that'll be the garnish. And next, get about 3 carrots. That's always the way you want to present them. As in odd numbers. Just lay it up against there. And keep it inside the plate as best you can. Now our turkey leg, we are going to rest on the side like that. And finally our sauce. Alrighty, and there is our Forest Temple entree. This is Jake Habanoff saying, Itadakimasu. Medallion? Pretty cool. Oh, and a note. It says, congratulations, Jay. You have completed the forest entree. There will be more medallions like this waiting at the end of every temple. If you can manage to complete all of them, there might be something even better waiting at the end. Alright then, let's not waste any more time and let's move on to the next one.